and I'm from Marshfield Medical Center, which is part of the Marshfield Clinic Health System. I'm a University of Wisconsin La Crosse intern there. And I'll be presenting my research on the establishment of normal reference values for radio-labeled oatmeal gastric emptying studies in comparison to the egg-based radio-labeled meals. So our facility seeks to establish normal oatmeal reference values for gastric emptying because the SNMMI recommended alternative is oatmeal. But even though that is a recommended alternative, there aren't any oatmeal normals right now and very little published literature on the subject. But a lot of our patients are unable to undergo egg gastric emptying due to allergy, intolerance, or just personal preference. So we found 12 healthy volunteers to undergo our study with a normal GI health history determined by a physician-approved questionnaire. Their ages ranged from 20 to 59 years, equally distributed. We had 3 per 10-year age category, and 1 male and 1 female at least in each category, which caused us to have 5 males and 7 females in the study. Each patient underwent 2 gastric emptying studies, and both studies were performed within 3 to 7 days. One study was the standard Marshfield Medical Center egg meal, and the other study was the alternative meal with oatmeal. And the egg meal had 1 millicurie of sulfur chloride added prior to cooking, and it was cooked in a skillet. And the alternative meal had the sulfur chloride added after the oatmeal was prepared. The patient was instructed to consume the meal within 10 minutes, and then the pictures were taken at each point on that ingestion timeline there, starting at 0 minutes immediately after finishing eating and ending at 240 minutes. After the data was collected, we drew ROIs around the anterior image of the stomach, and then the computer calculated the geometric mean and the T1/2 values. These were averaged and then used to establish the emptying rates for each scan. So as you can see, at 30 minutes, there's a very wide range between the values, with the egg meal being 12% emptied and the oatmeal already being 64% emptied. But as time goes on, they get closer in value, with the last images being nearly 100% for the egg and 100% with the oatmeal. And then the T1/2 values for the egg was 91 minutes, and the T1/2 for the oatmeal was 32 minutes. So I graphed the results here, and you can see the little green lines are the ranges between all of the patients. So it's pretty obvious from the graph that at first the oatmeal empties quite a bit faster, and then as time goes on, it evens out with the egg percent empties. And there is quite a bit of difference between the two. The average T1/2 for oatmeal was 32 minutes, like I said before, and egg was 91, which means that oatmeal empties about 3 times faster than the egg meal. And using the student t-test, there's a high statistical significance in the differences between the oatmeal value, between the normal values between the oatmeal and the egg. So this means that the egg normal values are not transferable to the oatmeal gastric emptying studies due to that high statistical variance. And there's many reasons why this might be. For example, there's a variation in the nutritional values because they are different meals. There's a variation in the meal volume, with the larger volume egg meal and the smaller volume oatmeal meal. And then the consumption times, because there was less oatmeal, or less volume of the oatmeal meal, then it took less time to eat. However, a normal curve was attained for the oatmeal, and the standard deviation of those values was actually smaller than that of our egg values. So this kind of leads to some future research. If we had a larger study population, it might be possible to establish some reliable oatmeal-based reference values. And then our physician even suggested using this as a potentially shorter gastric emptying study with just doing every 30 minutes for 2 hours for the time points. Thank you.
A question to the audience. Has anybody done anything different than oatmeal or egg Yeah, what do you guys do? Pancakes. Well, that would be really cool. You guys do pancakes?
Chicken liver.
Chicken liver. Oh, man, I'm not you. Oh, and you guys all know Abigail's a Lady Gaga fan, right? All right, so maybe you and Chris can talk about the names and do an article together. We'd have happiness on that. And he's a sports fan, the Lady Gaga fan in sports. Trying to help things.
Next up is Courtney.